If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below. In their search for the Crusovian war tribes, Adran, Thía, Del, and Varin have grown accustomed to risking their lives in all-out battles. 6 armed fiends are something of a novelty, however. If the party survives, hopefully the nearby camp will prove to not only be friendly and grateful, but also the Holgath tribe, which I misnamed last week, which the elves have spent 3 days searching the desert for. The hobgoblin threat looms large in the background of our thoughts and what they may be up to. Now let's get into it. Welcome back to the land of the hunter. The time now is 2:50 in the afternoon, leaving the elves just 10 minutes of travel time before they have to start making saving throws against levels of exhaustion. Adran, you have half a written spell scroll. You've expended all of your spell slots. It might be worthwhile for you to consider whether or not you have anything that might help you in this fight. Healing potions, forfeit tea, maybe even potion of speed, or beads of force. You might want to make sure you have plenty of options available to you because you are taking an utter beating.
I am.
And you are, despite that, facing gamely off against an entrapping 6-armed snake demon. Thía has one more night before she recovers fully from her concussion in the canyon. Yet she stands at Adran's side, shrouded within greater invisibility, until, I double-checked, round 14 on her turn, when the poison on her weapon will also lose potency. Shortly before we called it for the evening, Del cast Protection Against Evil and Good on Adran, and as long as he maintains concentration, it will run until round 68. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
I guess so.
Are you sure?
I don't know anymore.
Fantastic. I think we're good to go. And you all can still hear me, yes?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. For a second there I was worried. Alright, let's get our turn tracker up. Del's going to disappear for a short moment. Okay, we are at the top of round 9. By the way, Thía, I did double check. Your count was accurate last game. Greater invisibility and poison will both end for you on the same turn. So well done. Excellent job keeping track. Right. Let's do this. First up is that staff-wielding, green-skinned, ultra-thin humanoid who does not look like he's part of the natural world. He looks around, turns his head to one side, glances back at Varin, glances forward at the 3 of you arrayed against this thing, and taps his lower lip, nods to himself. Fingers quickly and deftly pull out, excuse me, another scroll. He reads it off, chanting the words quickly and rapidly. And hang on. There we go. Okay. Wrong thing. Here we go. He's going to have to make me a spell casting check on this. Unfortunately, that's a fail. Wait, no, wait, hold on. Let me double check that. No, okay. Misread something. I apologize. There's a wave of magic washing out from the scroll as it disintegrates in his hand. Erase that. Okay. I apologize. This thing has been a little chaotic tonight. Adran, the creature that has you entrapped within its tail, shrieks in rage and disappears. You are no longer restrained, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, I wasn't sure what was going on with your sound. I could barely hear what you were saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me better now?
Yes. It sounded like So I was like, I heard grapple and gone and creature, and I'm like, I don't know what you said.
You can give me an Arcana check, sir. As we move actually to your turn.
Okay. Here we go.
You've seen magic like this before. Dispel magic.
Yep.
But if the dispel magic worked against that creature, then it had to have been summoned here. And it is now your turn, sir.
Well, I was going to have to do this anyway, but I'm going to be using one of my... not exactly sure who was making that noise, but...
That was my fault, sorry.
Ah. I am silent, so...
that probably doesn't help.
I wanted to use my Hack and Leaf Brew so that I can heal myself.
Excellent.
So I've used that one. I've already set up the dice to give me what I need.
Nice. You recover 25 hit points.
Oh, yay. That makes me feel a lot better.
I'm sure not being constrained within the tail helps you feel better as well.
Yeah. That brings me up to 48, actually. So nice. Oh, I feel a little better. Well, let's see. Gosh, who's close by, or who all is left? Because now I'm going to move.
There is the green humanoid that just used a spell scroll to send that demon creature away.
So wait, he used it to send the creature away. I thought he was the one that summoned it.
No, the snake person had come from the west.
Oh, so those guys didn't summon it, but somebody else did.
It seems a logical consideration for you, sir.
Yep. Well,
All right,
and
so
all
you
my
moved.
movements and everything else, that's as far as I can go, and I don't think I have any bonuses that I can use.
Well, you would have had to drop Sanguine nonetheless in order to eat and drink your health potion. Sorry, not your health potion, your hack and leaf brew.
Oh, well then
So you can bonus
I
action
can
summon your
bonus
sword back to
action
your
summon my sword back to me.
hand. Indeed. And it's a good thing you had it set on force instead of, fire, because otherwise there might have been a fire. All right, so that's it for you, sir. Thea, we move to you.
Okay.
You are invisible, but but the snake creature has suddenly disappeared.
I can make it here. And he was attacking others in our party, right?
You did. I'm not sure exactly where everyone's position was, but you would have seen him casting spells against, for example, Dell, trying to use a spell scroll against Dell.
Okay, so I'm going
And
to.
He does seem to be. He does. My words. He is a green-skinned humanoid, very thin with this vertically spiked hair. Like the others that we've been fighting this day.
Okay.
We've proven to be very unfriendly.
I'll go ahead and attack him then with my short sword.
Okay. You are attacking from unseen, so you're attacking at normal.
Okay.
You get a 17 to hit.
Does that hit?
That hits for 6 damage. Unfortunately, you're not going to get sneak attack here.
Oh, he's not next to Adran?
Nope, there's a 5-foot difference there.
Oh, okay.
Or
Sorry,
10.
my bad. I thought Adran was closer.
Nope, you are perfectly alright.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stealth and move.
Excellent idea. Wow, nat 20 stealth. Nicely done, Thea.
Incredible.
For a brief second there, my eyes got confused, and I didn't see where. My eyes got confused, and I thought you and he had switched places. Visual information. It's always so fun. All right. If that's it for Thea.
That's it.
All right, we move to Varin, who pauses, bends down, and reclaims his Darkling dagger from where he had dropped it. And as he stands back up, he's not looking at this guy here. He's looking off to the northeast. Adran, Thea, there are several creatures approaching from the northeast.
Sand people, or worse.
Alright, so Varin, having delivered that message, excuse me, remembering that Hunter's Mark does not seem to be working all that well right now. And since there's a big bug approaching, he's going to move further up and go on the attack. Use his interaction to pick up the dagger, so he's just going to have to stab twice with the dagger. Darkling dagger, there it is. And those are both good hits. 14 for a total of 20 damage.
Aha.
Ouch. Watch that health bar.
Bloop.
And Varin just kind of stares a little nonplussed, like, I should have hurt him more. Alright. Let me double check this real quick. Alright. To the northeast, let's see, oops. I gotta zoom out a little here. Thea, you can see this from your angle, I think. What just happened?
I didn't do it.
Weird. Okay, that guy. From the top of the sand dune to the northeast, between those tall boulders, you can see sliding through the sand a tall, burly-looking man. He's going to use his action to dash through the sand. 30. 40. 45. 50. 55. 55. 60. There we go. He is carrying an unsheathed longsword in one hand and an unsheathed short sword in the other hand. That was his action.
Now, where have I seen that before?
I'm not sure. Where have you seen that before?
A tall man running with a long sword in one hand and a short sword in another. I feel like I've come across people like that before.
Good question. Have you?
Yeah.
Dashing. There we go. And something comes out of the hills to the west, or the sand dunes. A scrabbling large spider.
Ooh.
And there's an explosive hiss to the south. Hang on. What is the movement speed here?
Of course there is.
Dashing. There. Oh, come on. Come on. 10, 20, 30. And then a large spider appears over that sand dune to the west. Uh, 15, 20, 25. Come on, 30. There we go. It seems we're in for not so simple a day as it seemed. You know, because earlier it seemed like such a simple day.
Yeah.
Dashing.
Through the sand.
5. Come on. 30.
With a long sword and one sword.
I heard that. Don't think I didn't. 10, 15, 20. Wait, hold on. Should have thought of that.
I'm holding.
10. 10. 30. Right, because of plant growth. Dashing, so 20. That's as far as you can go. You just hear Dell on nearby saying, "This isn't looking good." Okay, good. Let's get you here. 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Dell is looking at the fact that he's right next to a person that he doesn't know anything about, that has just come charging through these stones. He's going to use his action to disengage and run towards the my brain just blanked. Cart, the bone cart. I'll try to keep you protected, Adran. As he runs for it. Okay, where's this guy? $10, $15, $20, $25, $30, $5, $40, $45, $50, no, $50, $55, $60. There we go. Just going to make this easy on myself. Come on. That bad. Hooray, it worked. 10.
Oh my.
15. 20. 25. 30. 35. 40. 45. 50. 55. 60. And also there's a person right next to you, Adran.
It's because I have a shield.
10, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. I'm counting, I can just look at the screen. There we go.
Guys, it looks like we got company.
20, 25, 30. 5, and a dashing. Alright, at Onkeg down to the south, it's going to use its action to dash. Get all of 15 feet. Where are you? There you are. 20. Come on. 20, 25, 30, and then dash. That's 20, 25, 30. Alright, and he is going to, where is he? Another person comes lumbering down out of the hill, out there to the northeast. This person is not human. This person has fins, horns, and scales like blackened sapphires, bulging muscles beneath thin furs, and distinctive bangles and metal bands about his arms, legs, and about his neck, and some around his horn. He surveys the situation. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Gives a broad, very toothy smile, raises his staff, and where is it? Nope, not that one. That won't work. Oh, here's a good one. 60 feet. Adran, magic is coming your way. Do you wish to resist it?
I would like to, yeah.
Okay. So, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Probably not gonna get it.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
You can use Indomitable if you wish.
I believe I've already used Indomitable.
Please double check and make sure.
Oh, no, I have not.
Okay, you can try and use it again.
Alright.
Or use it, I mean.
I'm going to use it and try another wisdom saving throw. Please not another oh, come on.
That's a fail.
At
Magic
least it was
surges
5.
out.
Well,
Sir, the world around you seems to shift as your mind slips away. I'm going to keep your token on so that you can actually see and know where you are.
yeah.
The thing is, you still see Varin. You still see that green-skinned humanoid. But while you know who Varin is, it's more like you more know a concept of Varin. You're also looking down from a much greater height. You're currently polymorphed into a giant ape.
Yay!
Donkey Kong.
And you hear a merry laugh from somewhere behind. A laugh that comes through sounding as though it has been chewed to shreds by massive fangs. So you are currently polymorphed, sir. Let me double check what that means for you.
Ooh.
Okay. So you currently have the hit points of a giant ape. Okay? Not your hit points. You have 157 hit points.
Ooh.
Excuse me. I gotta get back to that spell. Sorry, give me a second. Your statistics, including your mental scores, are completely replaced by the statistics of the beast. You retain your alignment and personality. So while you know who Varin is, and you would know who Thía is by sight and smell, is again you know us more as friend concepts rather than Varin and Thía. So basically for the purposes of this, if you want to move somewhere, just ask me what your movement speed is, and move your token to that area, and I'll move the giant ape token there. And if you want to attack, I'll roll the attacks for you. Does that make sense? I will take that as a yes. Thía, coming over the edge of the hill, is a stocky, short man wearing a thick shock of wild black tangled hair and a beard which hangs down to his waist, neither of which do anything to hide the scars in his rugged hide. His right black-colored eye glares as hostilely as his left purple eye. 10, 15, 20, 25. There. And that's where he's going to stand. Top of the round. Thía, the wound that you just dealt that green-skinned humanoid starts to close. He's going to move around. He's going to trigger an attack of opportunity from Adran. So give me 1 second. He's also going to trigger an attack of opportunity from you, giant ape. would you like to make that attack?
Uh,
Okay, let me get this rolled. I get a 13, which is a miss. And then for Mr. Giant Ape, one big meaty fist coming down. You, by the way, Adran, you are still under the effects of the protection from evil and good. A 15, sir, is a glancing blow for half damage. You punch him in the jaw. He reels a bit, focuses his attention. There it is. And okay, where is this? Okay. With himself as the center of the target. Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay, I need to actually put a radius on him, or aura, excuse me. Let's do orange. Oops, that should have been so everyone could see it. My bad. There we go. Okay, with everyone inside that aura is gonna have to make me a wisdom saving throw against being frightened, except for Adran.
Ooh.
So Thea, if you would, I'm gonna double check this. Oh, wait, hold on. Each creature in a 30... I am confused. Range, self, 30-foot target radius.
Is it that can see him or that he can see?
Double checking. This is not something that's going to affect him, or sorry, this is not something that affects those who can see him or that he can see. It's just a, it's a 30-foot cone, so I have to take that aura off. Not circle. That's a confusing word, confusingly worded spell.
Oh.
Indeed. Okay, so a 30-foot cone. Oh, hold on. Let's do, come on. Oh, come on. 30. Okay, do you all see the triangle there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone within that triangle except for Adran, the giant ape. So Thea, please give me a wisdom saving throw. You can use your inspiration point to do it with advantage.
I think I'll do that.
Okay. Double check the saving throw. You succeed.
Oh, good.
You are not frightened.
Oh.
Alright. That guy, where is he? Here he is, wisdom saving throw, which he is not proficient in. That is a failure. He screams in sudden horrified fear, dropping his weapons. So this guy is now frightened.
And I think
Let's
Varin
do-
needs to make one also.
He does. I'll just use that symbol for frightened. Alright, Varin. And because this is a fear effect, I do get advantage from Steel Will. Wisdom saving throw, go! That is a failure, surprisingly.
Wow.
Yeah, for once Varin fails. his own resolve crumbles, and he drops his Darkling dagger. Let me double check one more thing. Is this a concentration? Oh, that's okay. Yes, it is. So he is concentrating. And Adran, it is your turn, sir. I assume you wish to move up and pummel.
Yes, move up and pummel.
Okay. Move one over. There, that works. Thía, this massive ape whose hair kind of looks like Adran's hair, shambles up towards you. Adran, you get 2 attacks. Would you like to make both against this guy? Here they come. A 23 and an 18, they both... Yes, they hit. Oh my goodness. That becomes...
Good job. Good job.
Adran, smash!
51 points of damage. Alright, so you have to make a Constitution saving throw against that first attack, which is going to be half that to determine the DC. Oops. Constitution saving throw. Go! That is a success. And one more time against the DC of 12. That's a failure. He is no longer concentrating, and the fear effect ends. That lasted a while. And he just kind of goes,
It was long enough for Varin to drop his dagger.
Right? Alright, so that was Adran's turn. Thía, I missed this on my... missed this, I apologize. When I was going through things. This creature looks right at you.
Okay.
This tall humanoid. So I apologize for before. He can in fact see you. So that does mean that you are going to make this attack at disadvantage. I apologize.
Nah, because I think it takes a action to use one of my smoke bombs.
It does. No, not for you.
Oh, cool. Well then, I'm using one of my smoke bombs.
Because you can use fast hands to drop a smoke bomb.
Yeah, I just figured that right now we can really use a smoke
Especially
bomb.
with those giant spiders on approach.
So I figured if I make it centered here, because it should cover everyone, I think.
Yeah, you could toss it over there. Alright, let me grab the smoke bomb token.
Because I think I want it to cover our whole group and then as many as it can outside of our group.
So right about underneath the guy, under the gorilla's elbow. So right about there.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So that's your bonus action. That leaves your action to attack now at normal.
Alright.
Let me double check this actually, because I don't want to make the same mistake twice. I apologize. Give me 1 second. Ow, my back hurts. Oh. Okay. So, are you going to attack?
Yeah.
Okay, I just double checked this because this is actually a sense I'm not terribly familiar with. It's still staring right at you, so you're going to have to make this attack with disadvantage. Wait, hold on, no, because not based on sight.
Does he have blind sense?
Yes, it is blind sight.
Then it'll be at disadvantage because it's not whether he can see or not. It's whether I'm in range of his blind sense or not.
Well, the thing is, he's not using his eyes to see you. He can't, and within the smoke cloud, he can't see you, and you can't see him. So I am going to rule that while he's aware of where you're standing, he can't see you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, one of those.
kinda like a
We
s-
have
it's
an
kinda like a
idea of
sonar
where we
beam.
are.
Yeah, but he still can't actually see you. So
Okay.
thanks to Smoke Cloud, you will make this attack at normal.
Okay. Let's see if that hits.
That is a hit. Give me sneak attack. Oh, ouch. 32 damage. Oops. I'm gonna put this to the back. There. Now I can grab tokens. So, okay, 32 damage. Watch that health bar.
Bye bye. Although he was helpful.
And anything else for you?
I think that'll be it.
Okay, you're gonna maintain position as those spiders are approaching.
Yeah. Might as well.
Okay. Then we move to Varin, who's going to snatch his Darkling Dagger up from where he dropped it, snarl in utter, nigh bestial fury. Thea, you hear just these whipping feet through the sand. And Varin's going to attack twice at normal with the Darkling Dagger. Once I get to the buttons. There we go. Yeah, those will both hit. 14 and... Oh gosh. 22 damage. There's an ugly ripping sound of bone and tendons. Thea, you kind of get the feeling that Varin might have just ripped this thing's spine out, as you are suddenly pushed to the side by a suddenly much larger body than was there before.
I know.
Oh.
So Thea, you're going to get pushed to the side, and Varin's also going to get pushed to the side.
So do I need to move what? How many squares?
Move 1 square to the east. Make sure I got the right button marked. Sorry. And Varin's also going to get pushed 1 square to the south. Varin kind of gives a grunt of as he's pushed back. Wait, what was that?
Oh.
And we catch a whiff of dying air as from a creature's open mouth. You can actually see the smoke cloud in front of you turn a little green as the breath passes through it, but it smells of honeysuckle and lavender.
Awkward. The dead aren't supposed to smell pretty.
And then there's the sound of dashing feet. And then a body collides with you, Thea. And you feel a hand kind of like touching your back and in the back of your head, like, what's here? But no attack.
I'll elbow him because you shouldn't just touch people's hair like that.
So 10, 20, 25, 30. Dashing. And using spider legs. So Adran, there is a scrabbling of clawed feet on stone right next to your head. Though you can't see what it is. Your senses tell you beast, prey, crunchy, maybe tasty. Alright, to the south, dashing forward. And dashing. And now Varin's right next to a spider. You hear another voice with of strident authority calling out. That's 25, I believe. 25 dashing. 25, 45. Thea, you sense another person moving up alongside the person who just got that you just elbowed in the ribs. And you went, ugh! Alright, this one here is going to dash, and because of plant growth, can only get to there. Dashing, and can only get to there. Dell, who still has not looked behind him to see what all is going on, is going to dash through the sand and get onto the cart. Kind of back where he belongs, kind of thing. Getting out of the way. Okay, let's get rid of that and that. Okay, next up. Oops, wrong button. Wait, hold on. Ignore that movement. There we go, and he's going to ready in action. You can hear in the smoke cloud the coughing gasps of humans as they are crowding up and moving around the stink of the massive ape and the stink of the smoke, but they seem to be bunching up around the person that bumped into you. Again, none of them are actually attacking. You just hear mutterings, kind of like people are confused or trying to ask questions, but you're not sure exactly what's being said. How many smoke bombs do you have left? I'm curious.
4 more.
Nice. Okay, and on keg. By the way, I meant to say, I do appreciate your helping to put some perspective on blind sight.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Because that is a confusing thing. Alright. This thing is going to move forward onto the sand and has to give a strength check. Wrong character sheet. Oh, and one of you can please roll me a d6. Strength, there we go. Okay, thank you for the d6. And double check what that is. Alright, one of you please roll me 2d6. As the flat sand suddenly starts to collapse once more, dragging the Onkeg 8 feet towards the middle of the patch.
He's been trying so hard.
He's just so hungry. And this guy's gonna move up to here. Just on the edge of the smoke cloud. And alright. We go to the top of the round. Adran, you're up. Okay, you can't you can't see it. It can't see you, so you are attacking at normal. Oh yeah, I actually had to push the button for you. My bad. 2 attacks, sir?
No.
No? One attack. Okay, so ignore the second roll, at least for now. The 13 is a glancing blow. 23 damage, which becomes 11 damage. Watch that health bar. Crunch. Alright, and what else do you want to do, sir?
Enemy?
Are you sniffing at like to these people to your next to you.
Mm.
I'm gonna have you give me an insight check as a giant ape.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot use your action to attack, so you're not sure. You're not going to be able to search. You're just trying to think this through as a monkey, a really big monkey. Sorry, I was having the insight check as the giant ape, not as yourself.
No.
I mean, it's hard to be sure, especially in all this smoke, but it doesn't seem like they smell hostile. Could be wrong. Alright, so second attack at the definite enemy. Okay, good. There we go. Alright, so that second attack is a 26. There is a massive spray of, well, spider guts. As you are bathed and your fur is soaked, and spider meat lands in your mouth, sir. You hear the crunching noise of a massive tusked mouth chewing on something. And did you want to move anywhere, sir? Like, for example, you know there's a big boulder right over there. Did you want to climb it?
Ooh.
Alright, I'm going to have Giant Ape give an athletics check. Oh wait, hold on. I pushed the wrong button. Okay, athletics. Yes, you climb it with ease. Go ahead and position your token where you want the Giant Ape to be. Once I find my mouse, I'll position you. You rear up to your full impressive height on top of this 15-foot boulder, and huge hands clap against your chest with the sound of miniature thunderclaps. Thía, you've got spider goo in your hair. Potential friends or potential enemies right next to you. Giant spiders approaching. What would you like to do?
Well, they were with the guy who cast polymorph on Adran, right?
You wouldn't know that the spell itself is polymorph, but you would have seen the person casting magic, and then Adran suddenly becoming a giant ape.
Right.
So it's fair to say that you know that these people are with the caster who just, boosted Adran to an insane level.
Okay, so I can make it to here and attack the spider.
If you, let me double check, because you are going into the plant growth area.
Well, if I go here,
5,
here,
and that's 20, 25.
here, and then
yes,
down.
you can make that because of your,
because that's 5, 10, 15, 30. Because I'm able
5,
to...
10, 15, 35, because 20, 15 plus 20, 35, yeah. Because 1 foot of movement costs 40 feet of movement.
Okay, gotcha.
Growth.
Okay.
That's why I was double checking.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for double checking.
Absolutely.
But
so you are... yes?
Attacking spider.
Alright, so you are you're invisible, but it has... Again, it has blind sight, so I will allow you to attack at normal.
Okay.
And because Varin's right there, you hit. Give me sneak attack. That is 23 damage. Watch that health bar. As you just stab your sword in deep. Anything else for you, Thía?
I'll flick some spider goo out of my hair.
In which direction? Up at the giant ape, or sideways to Varin?
At the spider. He can have his friend's
Oh,
guts.
okay. Fair enough. I didn't even think of that option. You hear Varin speaking as though through a ferocious grin. It's always good to see a fang sink deep, Thía. As he pulls out his short sword. Hang on. find my character sheet. There we go. So I'm gonna have my Darkling Dagger be in my offhand. So no more bonus to damage there. So first attack against that spider. Yeah, that'll hit. Something gets ripped off as Varin stabs down. And before the body of the spider hits the ground, you hear the thump of something rolling on the ground. As Varin roars in delight. And dead. And there. And then Varin goes rushing off. Using his land stride. And is going to attack that nether spider. I'm not getting flanking from you, Adran, because you're 15 feet up. So this attack is at normal. If it rolls. There it goes. Wait, why did it roll Darkling Dagger? I didn't roll. Okay, ignore that because that's not what I meant to roll. I meant to roll Short Sword. I don't know how that happened. Okay. So 13 to hit is a glancing blow for half damage. Following that up with Darkling Dagger. Now we're doing it appropriately. That is a miss, so I will put Colossal Slayer on that short sword attack. When that hit, so that becomes an extra 5. Oops. There we go. The person in Thea, you don't speak that language. Okay, never mind. And then Varin, as the last thing he does, the spiders are over here. He calls out in Goblin, but Thea, you don't speak in Goblin, and well, Agent's a giant ape, so he doesn't know what's being said. He just hears noise. That's not working. Basically, he's squeezing right into that area. So he'll have to move after he makes an attack. His attacks. Thea, you hear someone's feet come rushing out. He seems a little winded. This might have been the person you elbowed in the side. He yells out something and he's going to swing at the spider. The 12 is a miss, but the 2 17s hit for another 7 damage. And to the south, something dashes. That strident voice of authority calls out from within the smoke cloud and uses action to dash. The giant spider that just got badly wounded is going to turn back towards Varin. And actually, before it does that, it's going to blast something up at Adran. Oh, wait, why is it an advantage? Okay. Either of those attack rolls would have hit, and I would have gone with the initial one. Adran, you are restrained by webbing as it rears up and it opens its tusked mouth and blasts web up at you. You are restrained, which means you can still, if you can get something within range, you can attack, but it would be at disadvantage. Or you can use your action on your turn to try and break free. That makes sense? Alright, so let's put on you restrained. Alright, the other spider is going to turn towards Varin, seeing fresh meal, and bite at Varin. Getting a 9. Varin just slaps it in the face with his cloak. Dell's going to stay where he is, handling the mules. Wait, I did say that that guy was going to have to move back. I forgot about that. So he steps back into the cloud, but he's going to take an attack of opportunity to do that. Oh, and it's a crit. Ouch. Wow. That is 31 points of damage all total. Oh, he has to make a con save. He succeeds on the con save and takes half the poison damage. So that's 22 points of damage he takes. Now we go on to the next guy's turn. Just gonna go there, blocking the creature access. Alright, the Onkeg has to make a strength check to see if it can get out of this pit it's in. That's a fail. Who would like to roll me 2d6?
Woohoo!
Alright, roll me 2d6. Eventually. There we go. Alright, he's now basically dead center. And so instead of trying to crawl through it, it suddenly angles up, looks down, and starts tunneling into the collapsing sand. Where is this guy? And he's going to maintain concentration, and he's going to stay with him. Top of the round, Giant Ape, you are restrained. You could try and grab a rock and throw it at disadvantage. Or you can try and break free of the web. Break free. Give me a strength check, sir. Or Giant Ape. Oh yeah, sorry. Duh. I have to click the button for you. My bad. Alright, where is that information? That is too far up. Here it is. Okay. Strength check, straight strength. A 25, you tear the web to shreds. And so that was your action. What else would you like to do? Are you thinking about jumping down? Alright, you jump on down. Please position yourself, and I'll move the Giant Ape token to match. Alright, so you're dropping down. Give me a... because you're also landing in difficult terrain. You're going to have to give me a dexterity check to see if you land prone or not. You do not land prone, but you will take 1d6 bludgeoning damage as you drop that far. Taking the shock on your thickly skinned, padded feet. So that is 3 damage. Alright, you are off the rock. You are no longer restrained, sir. Thía, it is up to you. What do you want to do?
Well, just not sure where everyone is, or where there's anything at all.
You would hear the scrabbling of clawed feet on dirt and stone. Excuse me. For you, sir, your movement speed is 40 feet and a climb speed of 40 feet. So if you wanted to say that you just climbed it down instead of jumped, I would accept that and give you back the 3 hit points. Is that what you want? Alright. I apologize, Thía.
Oh, that's okay. Just gonna move further into the smoke cloud and dodge.
Okay.
So
You're not feeling too confident of where you are, kind of a thing?
well, she knows she has issues attacking right now. So
True. So you'd rather stay in the safety of the smoke screen.
yes. So
Now, the one thing to consider, if you take the dodge action, that does not mean that you'll have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
I know. I just
Because-
felt like that's
okay.
just the.
Fair
I
enough.
guess she could hide, but
She could hide, yes.
so
You could use your action to dash, because you are standing in plant growth.
yeah. So to move 5
One
feet,
square costs you 20 feet of movement.
so I can move 2 squares.
Without dashing?
Yeah,
Correct.
and then if I dash, I can do another 2 squares.
Yes. Your movement speed is currently 45.
Yeah.
Times 2 is 90. So you're here.
I was here, yeah.
20, 40, 60, 80. Yes, you are correct. Good job.
Okay, so I think
then-
that's my turn.
And you want to use your bonus action to hide?
No, I used my bonus. Oh no, I used my action to dash. So yeah, I might as well.
Alright, give me a stealth check. That's your minimum, isn't it?
Yep, that's my minimum.
Excellent. Alright, we move to Varin, who has 2 weapons out. Stabbing at the first guy with his short sword. That's a hit. And I'm going to put Colossus Slayer on that. So that becomes 13 damage, and a spider is ripped almost in half. And then Varin spins around and goes after the spider south of him with his second attack. Following it up with Darkling Dagger. Both of those, yep, they both hit for a total of 10. And then he's going to maneuver around it. Oh, there's a big snake coming, Thía! Really big snake! That guy's gonna hold position. The big snake dashes. $20, $40, $60. Something moves up nearby you, Thía. You hear him moving through the smoke. Excuse me. Kind of like grunting and as he tries to push through the suddenly thick plants. Okay. Where's this guy? Oh, there it is. This spider is going to turn and bite at Varin. Ha! I caught myself just in time, sir. Varin ducks and uses the flat of his short sword to push the fangs away. Dell's going to stay where he is. He's going to stay where he is, holding his position, holding position, holding position. Okay. Yeah, all of them are going to hold position. And something comes ripping up through the earth. Someone please roll me a d6. Okay, so it does not get its acid spray back yet. What just happened? Okay, ignore that second one. Alright, that first guy is going to take 8 slashing damage, and then 5 acid, so a total of 13. And he is now grappled. There's a scream of pain from one of these men. And possibly a little bit of terror. Pushing through his ally's space. Kind of like squeezing. Let's see, hang on. 10. So yeah, he's gonna push into his ally's space, and he's going to attack that Onkeg. That's 7, okay. 2 long swords and then short sword stab. 17 hits, 22 hits, for a total of 5 damage. And he moves back, but that Onkeg can't bite back at him. And then, let's see, these two guys are going to use their ready actions to attack. So 2 more longsword attacks. Both of which miss. I need to check something. Wait, no, I don't need to. Can't quite get there. So he's gonna have to dash. And there's a annoyed cry from back amongst the smoke cloud. All right, Adran, giant ape, your turn, sir.
Well.
So you're moving through difficult terrain. Do you want to try and jump to get there? Okay, so you're gonna make a standing long jump, which I believe is half of your strength score, and I will double check. Movement, jumping. Standing long jump. Half of the distance, so yeah. So your current strength score, sir, is 23. So you were able to jump, I'm going to round up, 12 feet.
Oh.
So moving from here, yep, you would definitely be able to land right about where you're standing. You land in the area of thick plants, and you still have your action, sir. And a big bug that you are now flanking with Varin. Giant ape, Adran, smash!
Adran, smash!
I assume with 2 attacks? With advantage, I forgot. Okay, so the highest rolling of the first 2 is a 20 for 25 damage. There's an absolute explosion of exoskeleton and spider innards. As you smash this thing into pulp. But there's a good chunk of exoskeleton and spider meat that lands in your tusked mouth, sir. Alright, so you moved 12 feet and attacked and smashed. You can jump another 12 feet towards the smell of blood and acid and spider and insect. Let's see if you can jump that far. Yep, you can jump that far. Would you like to jump over there? I assume yes. And use your next attack, but this time at normal. That's gonna be for 30 damage. Oh my goodness. There's a small crater inside of which is a very flat onkeg. And the crater is about the size and shape of your fist and the onkeg's body. Thía, it sounds like thunder is happening all about you inside that smoke cloud. What would you like to do? Are you muted, Thía?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I think I'll just get out of the difficult terrain.
Good call. That takes you 5 feet of movement.
And I'll just go behind this guy here.
Alright.
Because, yeah, I don't know what's going on out there, except apparently there's a snake, maybe. No, I'm going to stay next to the guy. I'm not going to...
Alright.
So,
Feeling a little battered, but safe in the smoke cloud, yeah?
yeah.
Alright, is that it for you? You
Yes.
could also stow your weapon and use your fast hands to draw out your sling, which would still leave your action to attack.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
And that snake is definitely within your normal range. You won't get sneak attack, but you will get an attack at normal.
Oh, might as well try to get the snake.
Go for it.
Let's try it.
That's a solid hit for 8 damage. The stone rips through scale and flesh.
Okay.
Excellent job. I will say that does reveal your presence. Oh, you're still invisible, but your presence is now known.
I'll just try it.
You used your bonus action to pull out your sling.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, you're fine. Varin, having seen that happen, is going to drop both of his weapons. Do I have a spell slot left? I do. Wait, hold on. Why do I... Okay, that's odd. Somehow I forgot to actually... When I cast Plant Growth, I forgot to take away a 3rd level spell slot. I used a 2nd level spell slot instead. So I should have 1 2nd level spell slot and 2 3rd level. I don't know how I missed that. I apologize. So I'm going to use my final 2nd level spell slot to cast Hunter's Mark on the giant snake. As I ready my sling. Concentrating. Attacking at normal. Yeah, both of those gonna hit. So 200 marks, or Hunter's Marks, and a Colossus Slayer. So that becomes 9, 7, 3, and 4. 23 damage. Watch that health. Oh wait, you can't see the health bar. Okay, now there you can see it. So watch that health bar. As the Varin's salvo just crushes into it. And then Varin's just going to calmly, move up onto the hill. Oh, come on. That was 30, or 20 feet, excuse me. Yes, okay, I just now thought to make sure that that snake was in my normal range, which it was. This guy's going to remain where he is, just kind of like shocked that the thing that was grappling him and threatening to pull him under the earth is now suddenly, just so much mush. The snake hisses in rage and anger and uses its action to dash forward towards you, Adran. This guy's going to move back. that's 20. There. Del is rather terrified. He's never heard sounds quite this big as what Adran's making. Except for that giant bird that once pulled Adran off the ground. Remain where he is and ready in action, ready in action, ready action, ready action. Ready action. Okay, this guy... Thea, you hear a surge of energy and muttered words. Cast at 2nd level. Why didn't that work? Wrong. There we go. Oh, there it is, right, okay. So that is a total of 11 hit points restored to that very badly wounded warrior. And then there's the sound of the meat of a palm being smacked against the back of someone's head. Thea, I forgot to ask you to roll to see how many rounds Smoke Cloud was going to last. Let me check something.
I think Smoke Cloud. Let's see.
There's no wind. It's going to remain where it is for the time being, while you look up the exact rules for it.
I just have 20-mile radius.
Gotcha. It is now round 14. On your turn, Thea, greater invisibility ends.
And so does
And
my
I'm gonna
poison.
say, yeah, so does your poison.
And I think Smoke Bomb doesn't last as long as the rest of my stuff does.
It
So
probably doesn't. I'll try and remember to look that up later. I'll say that Smoke Cloud's gonna last until your next turn.
4 rounds.
4 rounds? How many rounds has it been? 4?
I cannot remember, but
That's fair.
I wouldn't be upset if it just ended this round too. So
That's valid. Adran, it is your turn, sir. Again, you can jump. You have 40 feet of movement. You can jump twice for a total of 24 movement. Making standing long jumps.
I very foolishly and instinctively point with my finger and go, "Arrgh," meaning firebolt, and nothing happens. And then I realize, oh, I can't do that.
Monkey brain, remember fire, but not from finger.
Okay, I think I will try to do a jump closer to that snake.
Okay, you can jump 12 feet forward. You are not technically in difficult terrain, so I'm not going to ask for a saving throw. So that is 10 feet forward. And you can jump another 10 feet forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or in this case, just do a little hop, because you're right there.
Coup smash.
Both fists raise high. And come down. Eventually. I'm sure it'll eventually come through. Let's try again. Okay, that first attack is a crit. For 25 damage. Watch that health bar. It is shockingly still alive. But your second fist, with a 24 to hit, deals 27 damage against something that had 4 hit points. And there's a fair portion of spider meat now in your big fists. Or not spider, snake. Snake meat. Wow. Do you start ripping and tearing? Thea, we move to your turn, and greater invisibility ends. at the same time as smoke cloud.
Yep, and so does the poison.
Yep. You are now exposed, standing right next to all these men.
Well, they've not attacked me yet, so...
You can give me an insight check if you want.
No.
Well, first off, yes, you're right, they have not attacked you, but none of their actions have been outright hostile to any of us. And as you examine them, they're all smiling and cheerful victory, looking at all three of us, Giant Ape, Varin, and you, Thía, and they sheath their swords and start clapping.
Okay, sheath my sword and start clapping too. You know, follow the crowd.
When in Rome, or in the wild remote desert.
I stand on my hind feet and hit my chest proudly.
As you do so, you're suddenly no longer a giant ape, and your gauntleted hands are slapping the metal of your breastplate.
Oh!
You've got several interesting flavors going on in your mouth.
Oh, I think I need to wash my mouth out. Oh, I'm gonna be
There's plenty of sand for you.
So that was a thing.
That was a thing. Ugh.
Varin just kind of like walks right past you, Adran, leaving you behind in the plant growth. And you hear him say in Goblin, Adran, "Hail and well met. Who, by the stars, are you?"
I'm Adran. I'm Akir. With me is my companions Varin and Thía.
Just so you know, Adran, that was Varin talking to this crowd of people.
Oh, that was?
But you can still go ahead and say that. I assume also in Goblin?
Yes, also in Goblin.
Thea's gonna go check on Del.
Fair.
Can you please drop
by the way, Adran. Sorry, what was that, Adran? I couldn't hear you.
I said, can you please drop the plants? I can't move.
I just look over my shoulder at you. I can, and no, they're permanent. They're real.
Oh.
Thía, as you go to the gap in the sand dunes and look through, Del's like comforting the mules and looks up at you. It's just like, everything went quiet. What happened?
We have friends now.
Oh.
I don't know what they're saying, but Adran and Varin do, so that should be good enough.
Adran, don't forget that your dagger you left on the ground over here.
Yeah, no, I still remember. I thought you would have like picked it up and used it or something.
Why, I had my dagger.
I know, but
The current Varin's not like as helpful as the old Varin.
I'm plenty helpful. The person with this, the scaly horned figure with bulging muscles is going to move back over here next to the big bearded fellow. Hang on one second, I gotta check a spell. Once I look at the right spot. Okay. Alright, so this fellow here greets Varin and Adran both in Goblin. "It is good to see you. We have been waiting for a day for your arrival. We know your names, Adran and Varin and Thía and Del. My grumpy companion here is Chieftain Holg. Don't let his scowl confuse you. With your permission, Adran, I have magic that can aid Thía to understand what we are saying."
Yes, please do. By all means.
You may wish to confer with her first, before I simply go and cast magic on her.
Thía, our current guests have some magic that they would like to perform on you to heal you of your wounds.
I eye you, Adran. Our guests?
Our friends.
Thea, do you approve? You might be muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, she'll stop helping deal with the animals and walk over.
Okay. For the next hour, you can understand any spoken language you hear as he casts tongues on you. And when you speak, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear you understand what you have to say.
Nice.
With a massive scowl, the big burly man points at you, Adran. Let's see the token.
Well, yes. The token. I go in my pack and I pull out the... Let's see. The Bone Claw Pledge of the Corovians.
Crusovians?
Yes.
Okay. You show it to him. You draw. Hey, you show it to him from where you're standing, and he just simply glowers at you and says, "Toss it over."
Okay.
So you toss it over to him.
Yeah.
By the way, Varin is not even glancing at you. He's just waiting for to see you, trudge your way through the plant growth effects. Having captured it, Holg examines the bone pledge minutely, gives a slow grunt, and tosses it back to you, Adran.
Oh.
I recognize in good faith the pledge of my brother tribe. I grant you safe passage within my tribe, so long as you harm no one, foul no one, and lend your aid when appropriate.
At that moment, I sheath my sanguine nonetheless.
Varin just walks past all of you, avoiding the sandpit that you almost fell into, sir, and retrieves your dagger for you.
Oh, why, thank you.
The other fellow, the more pleasant, scaly fellow. I am Oven Ice Slice.
Nice to meet you.
We knew of your coming, as I said, because a few days ago, I reached out to a old friend, Priestess Golga. And she informed me that you would be coming our way, although we expected you a day past.
Well, we got a little sidetracked.
Not my fault, Varin growls.
No, but we tend to get sidetracked very easily.
Hulk, hang on a second. Pardon me, sorry. Hulk grunts, pats the wounded soldier on the back. I see you are injured. While you are my guests, my tent is open to you. You may come and rest within the safety of the tribe Holgath.
I thank you for your hospitality.
So we have successfully made contact with the Holgath tribe, the second of the 4 tribes that we were trying to meet with. As a side note, before we continue this, Adran, and I'm going to double check this to make sure I've got my math right. Which I might not have it right. Sorry, give me 1 second, double check, making sure it's all right. That doesn't make sense. Huh. Interesting. So apparently okay. I know that this math is correct though. Adran, you and Varin now have 106,729 XP.
Whoa.
You and I both hit level 12.
Yes.
Thía, your experience is now 100,721. You also hit level 12.
Yay!
And Del now has 35,051 experience points and hits level 8 before he even had a chance to, gain any spells as level 7.
Nice.
So, let's start with Adran. Go ahead and please roll me a, excuse me, a a hit dice to see how many hit points you gain. We are going to go ahead and lose aid on all of us. So, sir, please set your hit points maximum back to 86.
All right.
And minus 10 from your current hit points. Come on. My goodness, my system's going slow on one screen. And as a reminder, we go with the average or higher. That is higher than the average. You gain 9 hit points to your current maximum. So you now have 95 hit points. 95 maximum hit points. You can also add 9 to your current hit points. Sorry, I'm having an issue with my... There we go. As aid ends on us. Alright, so you are now level 12. Let's see. You gain... Do you gain anything? Oh yes, you have the chance for an ability score improvement or a feat.
Oh gosh. I think I wanted an ability score improvement.
You can increase 2 scores by 1 each, or you can improve a single score by 2.
And I forgot, what were my abilities that I'm able to increase?
Your strength, your constitution, your intelligence, your wisdom, or your charisma. Your dexterity is already maxed out, sir.
Actually, I would like to add 2 to my wisdom.
Your wisdom or your intelligence?
Actually, you know what? Let's do 1 for each.
17 for intelligence, and 11 for wisdom. Are you sure about that? That does not change your modifiers at all.
Actually, no. Remove 1 from wisdom and give it to strength instead.
To strength?
Yeah.
Okay. You're aware that still will not change any of your modifiers, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Wanted to make sure you're aware. I believe we've also talked in the background about trading out a spell slot, or one of your known spells, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Which spell would you like to get rid of?
Let's see. I have my notes right over here. I actually want to get rid of Shatter.
Okay. So you can replace it with a second level spell of either Evocation or Abjuration Schools.
Scorching Ray is what I want to replace it with.
That is definitely Evocation.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be able to use it, of course, until you take a long rest.
Of course.
Scorching Ray. Now I will say, with Scorching Ray, if you increased your intelligence by 2, you would be gaining a bonus to your attack rolls as well as your saving throws for your spells.
Oh yeah?
If you again, I'm trying to make sure you're making your best possible choice, or your most desired choice with your eyes wide open kind of a thing.
Oh, what did I do?
You didn't do anything. I put you back on. Oh, you found out that you can shrink the characteristics menu.
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, first time I did that, I was kind of surprised too. So, are you sure you want to increase intelligence and strength each by 1?
Well, now that you say that about intelligence, maybe I should increase intelligence instead of my strength.
I personally usually find it better to improve one ability score by 2, unless they already were uneven. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so why don't you take the one from strength and add it to intelligence?
Very well. You boost your ability to attack with spells, and you boost your spell save DC. And of course, you also change the modifiers for all of your intelligence-based skills.
Okay.
All right, Thea, let's level you up. You are also now level 12. Please roll me a hit dice. Did you already fix your maximum, by the way?
Yeah.
Thank you. So we go with the average or higher. So that is 8. Nice. 74 is your new total hit points. And you can add 8 to your current hit points as well.
Okay. And I'll change that in my notes.
Alright, and Thea, you also get an ability score improvement or your choice of a feat from the player's handbook.
I'm gonna choose Skulker.
Alright, I need to see if I have that text here on Roll20 or if I need to write it. Nope, okay. So yes, I will have to write it out by hand. Or by keyboard. So please bear with me while I look for the feats.
Sure.
Here it is. You are expert at slinking through shadows. You gain the following benefits. Now as I get down here, hang on. There we go. Skulker, feat, rogue, level 12. You can try to hide when you are lightly obscured from the creature from which you are hiding, regardless of what you are using to be lightly obscured. Are expert at slinking through shadows. You gain the following benefits. So this is kind of like an upgrade to your Mask of the Wild Wood Elf racial ability.
Yep. With a couple of other things, which are pretty
I'll
cool.
get to that when I finish writing this first benefit.
Yep.
From which you are hiding. The funny thing is I remember now that you told me this, but all this whole last week I could not remember what you were going to do for level 12.
Oh, I should have texted you about it, because I thought about it, but didn't.
That's right, you were only thinking about it last time we spoke, I believe, yeah?
No, I thought about texting you. I had planned on it, because that was...
I see.
Because I think that's, like, pretty cool for my character.
Open attack. This is one of my favorite features of this feat. When you are hidden from a creature and miss it with a ranged weapon attack, making the attack does not reveal your position.
Yeah.
And this is an improvement to your dark vision ability, the final benefit. Dim light does not impose disadvantage, making sure I'm spelling it right, there we go, on your wisdom, perception checks that rely on sight. Nice choice of feat, Thea.
Thank you.
So that is now on your character sheet. Oops. My bad. Alright. So that was your hit points, that was your... Or I'm gonna go ahead and take away your movement speed from Longstrider. So
Oh,
back down to
sorry.
35. Oh, you're fine. Alright, Varin's turn. I believe I got everything for you, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Varin is now level 12. And is going to slowly get down to hit dice so he can roll for his hit point maximum. Oops. Alright, so I rolled the average. So now I have 101 hit points. Nice.
Mhm.
I don't believe I gain anything spell-wise at level 12 as a ranger. Oops, went too far. Level 12. Nope, nothing magic-wise. But I do get my ability score improvement or a feat. And I am finally going to take a feat. One that you currently have, Thea. Sharpshooter.
That's gonna be awesome.
Ranger level 12. I will worry later about adding a sharpshooter attack for my ranged weapons to the same as you have, Thea. So that was my hit points, my feet. Alright, now for Dell's level up. He already leveled up once before, but didn't get his actual spell, so he's going to now roll for his hit dice. Excuse me. Okay, hit dice. Okay, we're gonna go with the average then. So he gets 6 hit points. Which gives him a total of 44 hit points. And he is now an 8th level caster.
Nice.
So like
There we go.
when
Can you hear
we jump on top of something, it's not gonna count as willing.
Well, no, that's what I mean.
Can you hear me?
Oh, now we can.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I apologize. I was upgrading Dell's character sheet and I accidentally hit the back button and exited the game
Oh no.
as the dungeon master. Whoops.
Oops.
So, apologies for that. Dell is now an 8th level caster.
Cool, cool.
Again, I apologize for that mistake. Now, as mentioned, we started the fight around 2:50 in the afternoon. That means we only have 10 minutes of travel time left before we have to make Constitution saving throws. Unless, Thea, you want to help us out with your elephant. It's up to you. I will point out, if you use it, that means you're going to have to wait another 10 days before you use it.
Well, are they wanting us to follow them?
Oh, well, yes, they did invite us back to their camp as their guests.
Okay, then I guess she'll pull out her elephant, because I'm pretty sure it's going to take more than 15 minutes.
You could also ask how long it's going to take.
Yeah, let's ask first.
Okay. Traveling at a normal speed. It is 1.5 miles away. So it's not even going to take a full hour to get there. So that means we actually won't have to make Constitution saving throws.
So we should be fine.
Correct. We would only have to make those saving throws if we were traveling for an hour or more past our 8-hour limit.
Okay,
So you might want to hold on to your elephant.
I'll do that then.
Very well. As we make our trip, it quickly becomes clear that Avon Iceslice, who he informs us at some point, he is a dragonborn. What a dragon is, we have no idea. But he looks fearsome enough to merit the name.
But apparently he has been born from that, whatever that is.
That seems to be the suggestion, except he immediately dispels that notion by informing us that his parents are similar to himself in, size, shape, etc.
Oh, very interesting.
Dragonborn of Dragonborn of Dragonborn.
How can you be born of a dragon if you are not dragon-sized? What is a dragon?
He gives an absolutely humongous, fanged grin, and says with a sparkle in his eye, "I have no notion. Isn't it wonderful?"
Indeed.
Holg, the tribe warlord, the warlord of the tribe, just snorts, orders his men into a proper marching formation, takes his place at the head, and starts leading us back. So, we will mosey on along to here. That's 1 mile. And then guiding us through sand dunes towards the camp, Varin is going to do some checking here. So pardon me one moment. One slight moment. Adran, you and Thía both notice Dell's checking the ground, and Varin looks up at you as we move through the sand dunes. They didn't come this way. When they were coming to our aid, they came from a different direction. And he shares this with you in Elvish.
Okay.
Ouch. The camp that Holg leads us to is very similar in size and people and animals as the Tamon tribe, the Chrysovians we first encountered. It is safe to say, Adran, that curious structure that first caught our glimpse when we came into this region with its bright flash of light from who knows where or what, it's a safe bet that that's a temple similar to what we found the Tamon tribe guarding.
Alright.
The people here, you can each give me an insight check. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention Dell has, using his level 8 ability score improvement, now has a wisdom score of 18. Thía, you're kind of tired. You just see a bunch of people who are happy to see their warriors coming home safe. Adran, with that, you can also give me an investigation check. Get an 11 and 11. It takes Adran and Varin a few moments before we notice something odd. Adran, these people's clothes are mud-stained.
But we're in a desert.
We are in a desert. There's an air of weariness and sadness about the camp. Joy for the warriors coming home safe, even though one came back wounded. But ultimately, there's just a somber air about the camp. Avon, almost as soon as he walks in amongst the people, pulls out an instrument and starts playing music and telling of how they found us and came to our aid, only to realize that we, the party of strangers from the Tamon tribe, apparently did not need that much help. And then with a twinkle in his eye adding, except for one magnificent magic user giving aid in the form of a large ape. And he winks at you, Adran.
And then that's when I take my fist and chink chink on my chest.
The children about who looked weary and sad and also mud-stained at that smile and start giggling, not outright laughing. In fact, Adran, as we start coming into the camp, you see several of them flinch away from you at first, and that's when you remember that your face bears a rather horrendous scar from when you got punched out by the rotting touch of a mummy.
Oh, that's right.
Now, it is, let's see, it took us an hour and a half from 250. An hour and a half, what am I saying? A mile and a half. Wow. So it took us 30 minutes from 250. So it's now around 3:20 in the afternoon. We are given the use of of space in the camp to make our own tent if you wish. After the leader Holg, the warlord, once we have reached the camp, he dismisses his warriors and stomps off to his own tent, basically ignoring us. Avin, once he has his entertainment time with the crowd, joins us at the area where we've been allowed to set up our tents.
Pardon the intrusion. I know you must be weary from a long day of travel, but I wonder if I might consult with you.
Of course.
He sits down calmly in the sand.
First, I would like to point out, you all stink.
We apologize.
You need to clean yourselves. This evening, we have many people who would be willing to help you with that. Learning how to bathe yourself with sand. It is unpleasant, but useful.
Bathing in sand.
Though you may wish to wait until after the morning.
And here he drops his jovial attitude.
We suffer great misfortune every dawn. We don't know what happens. It doesn't seem to matter where we are. Every dawn, we are flooded with water. Great amounts of water.
He has to pause and contain himself for a moment.
We lost many the first time it happened. We woke to find friends, family, drowned in their sleep.
Unfortunately.
It is quite so. Every day, the water seems to get a little bit deeper. I can tell you, to wake to the cries of children who have found their brothers and sisters drowned in the night. That's the sound I will gladly forget.
Where exactly does this water come from?
We've set a watch, and we don't know. It simply seems to appear. One moment, dry sand, solid earth. Once we even set camp on stone. Next, we're being flooded out of our tents. One of our warriors broke a leg that night, sliding off the stone. It was a bad day.
So it comes from any direction then?
It comes from no direction. It simply appears.
Well, if my intelligence serves me correctly, there are those that can actually cast a spell in which water may appear, but
Del looks up guiltily.
I don't think I've ever heard of that particular spell. One casting that of like a flood
I know somewhat of the magic of which you speak, but I have not. I have stayed up all night on watch for just such mischief, and seen nothing. One moment, dry. Next, flood.
I wonder if Varin can actually sense like a fiend or a spellcaster or something like that nearby when it happens.
Hey guys, you remember when we were cursed?
Which time?
Well, like the time where whenever
Oh.
we went around water, earth,
The
and air.
elemental curses?
Yeah.
I don't think that's exactly what he's talking about.
Well, I was just thinking that like the fact that they showed up from nothing was kind of the same. The water showing up from nothing.
I don't know of the curse of which you speak, but it does sound similar. I mean, water and water.
Do you tell him more about the occurrence of that elemental curse? What exactly happened?
Yeah, I tell him just briefly, like the story leading up to it, and how exactly it came about a curse on us, particularly.
That is dark,
Very dark.
but we've not seen anyone do such workings, or heard.
And it's not like there's somebody amidst your camp that is doing this. Trying to
None that we have found out. Our good warlord Hulk has been angry as a result of all this,
I would be too.
and unpleasant. I think as I wander back in memory, it started about 5 days back.
Well,
I recommend that you not sleep past a certain hour of the morning. Say somewhere between the 5th and 6th hour of the day. Somewhere in there is when the water crushes in on us.
and we'll try to make sure that we don't sleep past those hours.
I would hate to see you arrive only to drown the next day.
That would be very unfortunate.
Excuse me. He nods, glances at you, Thía.
The magic will soon fade on you, and you won't be able to understand us. But see me in the morning. I'll be glad to help you if you wish to speak with us.
As long as it doesn't use your resources too much.
I am quite capable.
He grins again. Again, that massive mouth of fangs.
I trust you enjoyed your time as a beast, Adran.
I did find some fun
New flavors.
moments.
He laughs easily as he stands up.
I wish to warn you of the flood, because it might seem odd to you to see people bedding down on what we construct of floating beds when we are sleeping on sand.
Well, thank you for the warning.
Yeah, it makes more sense why people are muddy.
I sure hope that there is something that we can do for you.
Well, I know from Priestess Golga, you wish to ally yourselves with our people.
Indeed.
We weren't able to speak over long, but we've had a few words over the few days.
because of some of the instances that have happened with her and her tribe. We would very much like to be allied with you.
It seems you wish to ally with yourselves with us against the hobgoblins.
Indeed.
Allies and enemies of old of ours. Depending on the day. I will speak to Warlord Holg on your behalf. If he wishes you to form alliance, he might set you a task to prove your dedication, your willingness, and your worthiness.
I greatly appreciate that.
It is but a small matter. It was enjoyable seeing a giant ape smash those insects once more.
Although I didn't like the aftertaste when I was turned back into a human.
He grins wickedly.
Neither did the Warlord Holg the first time I did it to him.
Oh.
So he gets up and heads out, letting us get settled in for a long rest. But before we do that, Adran, I assume you would like to finish your spell scroll.
Yes, I would.
Now you are currently out of spell slots.
I am.
So you won't be able to do it on your own. Fortunately, I have 2 spell slots remaining. So I will lend you a spell slot of 3rd level, which is more than enough than what you need. I'm also going to cast non-detection around our tents once more.
Alright.
So cast those 2 and expend some diamond dust. Okay. And with that, Varin is completely out of spell slots. I think, Thea, your Ring of Spell Storing is completely expended as well, isn't it? Thea, are you muted?
I still have a level 1 jump.
Excellent. Adran, as we are preparing to bed down, you happen to overhear several of the adults talking about the problems of the water flooding in the camp every day. They've been trying to move about more often and more frequently than usual, which is wearying on the children. But they don't dare stay in one place too long, because if they do, water in the desert, well, it causes plant growth explosively, which attracts animals, which attracts predators, and tends to leave a rather discernible trail. Give me an intelligence check, sir.
Let's see. Come on. There we go.
It does quickly occur to you that such activity in the desert would possibly draw a lot more attention than usual to this region and towards the temple itself.
I just wonder if it's happening because there's something in the temple. Or maybe even someone that visits it often.
The only way to know that is if we were to go inside it.
Yes,
or
but
go to it and examine it, rather.
Well, I'd say we can go to it and examine it, although I figure, since it is a temple of sorts, we might have to ask for permission to go inside and investigate.
So, are we settling in for a long rest?
Yes.
Okay. Adran, you do complete the spell scroll. I forget the exact number of hours that were left on it, so I apologize. I think about half. Because you did one, okay. You can also, if you want, write some in your journal. You could also examine the text from the chamber where we got the Hearthstone artifact. You could attempt reading that name again.
I want to attempt to reading it. And I think I'm going to use my inspiration point, so then that way I can...
Noted, Thea. Real quick, you also could examine the map. I would say there's enough time for you to basically do all that, as well as examine the Heartstone artifact and Iron Bands of Bolaro.
Yes, because I'd like to figure out how to get those off of the Heartstone and not have it explode.
Please give me an investigation check. I assume you're starting with the Heartstone artifact?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Nice. Between the... Hang on 1 second. I'm double checking various things real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think to have this text specifically readily available. My bad. Okay, not there. Okay, here we go. Alright. Thank you, Thea. With the text that you gleaned from the walls of that chamber where we found the artifact, you're able to ascertain instructions on how to disconnect the basically you notice that there's a crystal, the same crystal that Nanny Agatha took from us when we were exploring that cave near our home.
Right.
That crystal is serving as a power source to the Heartstone artifact. Removing the power crystal will disengage and basically deactivate the Heartstone artifact.
All right.
And with the instructions on the wall, you're able to do so. As soon as the power crystal is removed, the Heartstone artifact rapidly cools and quiets until it reassumes its natural state, and you are able to remove the Iron Bands of Bolaro with no trouble.
That is great.
Well done, sir. Would you also like to examine the map?
I would.
Okay. Let me see where I have that. Items. Here we go. Alright, please give me an investigation check, sir. '21. With adequate light and no levels of exhaustion, this map covers a large portion of the land itself wherein stand the temples the Chrysovians are guarding. With luck, and maybe by finding each of the temples, this map might be useful for finding mines, temples, maybe even old strongholds or repositories of ancient lore. What might be learned or found in such places can only be imagined.
Well, that is interesting.
You can use the map as kind of like a reference guide from each temple to try and find, bearing in mind that, you know, through time and through obviously vast geological events, the map might not be entirely accurate anymore, but it might be a good tool.
Still worth noting. Still worth keeping.
Would you like to attempt to read the name from the columns of the chamber writing again?
Yes.
Okay. Please give me an intelligence saving throw, sir.
I'm also going to use my inspiration point so I can throw it at advantage.
All right. Give me roll it, not throw it.
Or roll it at advantage. Here we go. You. Oh, wow.
That is a failure.
What? No!
You take 2 levels of exhaustion as psychic power lashes back against your mind. And give me a wisdom saving throw, sir.
Oh, gosh, you gotta be kidding me.
Nope.
Man.
That is another failure.
Oh.
Thea, please roll me a D100.
Oh.
Good thing you worked on the spells roll first. 91, thank you. And then please roll me 1d10 times 10. Oh no. For the next 70 hours, you lose the ability to speak. As you suffer long-term madness, sir. Upon seeing this occur, Del will sigh and pull out one of his scrolls of greater restoration. So give me 1 second. He's gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw, or sorry, a saving throw of some form for this. You're just sitting there drooling. Varin's kind of in the corner of one tent, just snorting with laughter. Thea, what is your thoughts on Adran? Is
I don't understand why you read that thing. Nothing good comes of it.
Okay, an intelligence saving throw for Del. Okay, well that's a success. My goodness, he succeeds and he uses the second of 3 spells of greater restoration, and removes the hang on. Okay. Sorry. I just realized he doesn't need to do greater restoration. He can do lesser restoration. My bad. Does he have a spell slot left for that? Does he have the spell prepared? He does, and he does. All right, he casts lesser restoration on you, sir. You regain the ability to speak, but you retain the 2 levels of exhaustion. Would you like to take a long rest, sir?
I don't know how somehow.
Varin just kind of walks over and just like puts his hand on your shoulder and shoves you over, and then covers you with your blanket. Go to sleep. Shut up. All right, we can take a long rest. You can reset your appropriate spell slots. Oh, that's a fun one.
Okay, so honestly, how short was I from actually getting a success on that roll?
Do you really want to know?
I really want to know.
1 point?
Oh no! No! I was thinking that in the back of my head. I'm like, you better not say it 1, or else I'm gonna lose it.
It just means that you have to roll high.
Oh. For the love of... Oh,
ow! I'm in pain. So you can all reset your abilities, your spell slots, your hit points to the maximum. We wake the next morning. I'm in pain, I hurt so much. Whew. To cries of fear and disgust, and ourselves suddenly swamped in. I mean, we don't sleep through this. We're awake when the water suddenly rushes into our tents. And we come out, I assume, rapidly trying to aid Adran. That will remove 1 level of exhaustion from you.
yeah.
And Thea, your vision is clear.
Dun dun dun.
You are no longer suffering the effects of the concussion, but it is an extraordinarily hot day as we set about. I am presuming but I assume that we are all helping the Chrysovians deal with the flood in their camp.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, it is like knee deep and takes quite some physical effort. Everyone is stained with mud. Adran, please roll me 1d100.
Oh, here. Let me go to my dice thing.
Okay. We are fortunate this day. No one drowned.
That's good.
Thea's just gonna like surreptitiously like get herself clean while she's helping others.
Just like swiping the mud off.
Well, yeah, and get the bug guts out of her hair. Oh, I have to sit there and go underwater to get that kid's toy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
The waters last for a goodly portion of time. It just kind of like sits there on the sand and on the soil, bringing out new growth, transforming the dirt and sand into sticky mud, and there are broiling clouds on the horizon. We are able to, no one fortunately drowned, as I said, because this time everyone was prepared. Although Warlord Holg is very unpleasant and very uncouth. And Avin is kept busy rushing about trying using his magic to try and help the people, heal those who slip in the water and twist ankles. Del leaps in, basically at his side, helping out. And for the time being, Avin does cast tongues on Del, since it only lasts for an hour. I put my wrong thing away. Where did it go? This one. It is day 59 of our adventures. Excuse me. It is exhausting work, and camp is broken shortly. As soon as everyone is safe and secured, people pack up, gather their supplies. What food is not ruined by the flood. Basically preparing to leave this spot as it's now no longer safe, obviously.
Yeah. Although we never got a chance to investigate that temple.
Well, that's up to you. Do you want to travel to the temple with or without permission?
I do.
Okay.
We might want permission first, though.
I was about to ask, do you want to seek permission?
I do.
Who do you speak with?
I can't remember their names, but the Oven?
Oven, the Dragonborn?
Yes, Oven, the
Who serves
Dragonborn.
as kind of like the equivalent to Priestess Gorga.
I figured he's kind of a spellcaster there. He may have, better access to the temple than anyone else. So
you approach him and make your application in Goblin, and he hesitates.
I know from Priestess Gorga you were allowed in the temple that they guard. And from Priestess Gorga I know that she, and I like her, we guard knowledge of the temple. The temple itself is guarded by Warlord Holg. If you wish to enter, you have to ask him. If you wish to enter without permission.
He gives you a sorrowful grin.
I would dislike fighting you, I think.
Duly noted. I'll have to go find him and ask him for permission then.
Ask me for permission to what?
As Warlord Holg strides up from behind you, carrying a child in one arm and food supplies in the other.
May we go into your temple and have a little look
Why?
around?
You just see Varin off in the distance watching, like, you try explaining this.
We have questions that need answers, and we were hoping we could get more information from your temple.
Answers to what questions?
Many questions. From maps, scripts, things that don't make sense, and many other things.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage because of your horrible scar, sir.
What kind of check?
Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. At disadvantage, you said.
At disadvantage, you do have a horrific scar. Sorry, horrible scar. Which gives you disadvantage on persuasion, but advantage on intimidation. Holg for a moment looks like he might put the child and the food down and strike you with his open fists as a means of asking you further questions. When, excuse me, Avin steps in, whispers something in a different language in Warlord Holg's ear. Holg regards you.
If you think it wise to enter, I will give you permission. But I will not provide you aid to do so. I must lead my people away from this spot and find safety in a new resting area. And I will not spare my warriors to guard you on the way, nor on the return.
I understand.
I will give you one warning. Disturb the temple, disturb its contents at your own risk.
Okay, you're totally breaking up. I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Disturb the temple, disturb its contents at your own risk.
Will we, well, let me discuss it among my people, then. So, Thía, Varin, what do you think? Should we go and investigate the temple, or not?
Are you speaking to us in Goblin or in Elvish?
Elvish.
Okay. Thía, what are your thoughts?
How happy does he look?
He looks about as happy as he looked the day prior.
So, not at all.
You can give me an insight check.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know. He just looks grumpy. What was it exactly he said to us?
About the temple?
Yeah, because she doesn't speak Goblin, so...
True. Adran, you're able to relate to her, if you want, in your own words.
The last time you also tried explaining to me, you broke up in words too.
Okay.
So I couldn't
Essentially, and I do apologize for that, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but essentially, if we want to enter the temple, we do so at our own risk. He will not send anyone to aid us with knowledge of the temple. He will not send us with anyone to guard our passage to the temple, or to guard our passage from the temple.
Oh, I don't think we were expecting any of that, so...
Varin will put in, we were watched last night.
What is it?
And listened to.
The what?
He has people following us, listening to us.
Okay. I don't think I had no reason to think that he trusted us, so I don't think that's completely surprising.
Adrian, if you want to examine the temple, we can. I'll be able to find these people very easily enough. But I will point out, the day is hot, and there's strong winds. For point of reference, the day is starting at 100 degrees, and there are strong winds whipping up out of the west,
Right.
driving sand into the air. These people are probably going to make as good time as they can before the sand buries their trail. That will make it difficult to find them again.
Let's not investigate the temple.
Are you sure?
Adrian, you can give me a nature check. And let me check Varin's natural explorer. So I am not proficient in nature.
I'm proficient in nature, if that helps.
Yeah, you can give me a.
Oh wait, no, I'm not.
nature check.
I'm
Oh, you're not?
proficient in survival. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I don't know why I came up with 2, but maybe there was a bit of a delay, but 19 was my first roll.
Yeah, we'll go with that 19 as soon as I find the right section in the book. No. Okay, that's not the right way. There we go. Almost there. Sorry, everyone. Here we go. Just want to make sure I actually called for yes. Adrian, just looking at the what Adrian has pointed out. Sorry, Adrian, looking at what Varin has pointed out. There is a storm brewing, and it looks like it's going to be vicious and unpleasant. And hot.
I feel as if they reached out and helped us. We need to stay with them and help them as much as we can.
Well, that and we could always explore the temple another day.
That's true, we could.
Okay, so we set out with the tribe then?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, we're going to, let's see, we'll go ahead and call it there for the evening.
Yeah.
It is, let's see, I'm going to say we're starting our traveling at around 8 in the morning, as people are just trying to make sure they can, get their animals, their supplies, their family and friends out of the flooded area. Warlord Holg, with absolutely no question from anyone, takes the lead as people grab what clean water supplies they can to drink as we head into a very hot day. As I mentioned, there is strong wind whipping up out of the west, which is going to make it difficult to see. So that is where we're going to end. And Adrian, it occurs to you as we set out with the tribe, you do still have that resolution to talk with Varin about his behavior of late.
Yes.
You might be wanting to find a place today, or maybe not. Could be an unpleasant day to do so. It is your call.
I do want to talk to him at least while we are traveling, and also try to be extremely, cautious, but still upfront and truthful about it.
So let me ask you this: you say as we're traveling, do you want to do this like in front of everyone, like in the middle of the day, or how do you want to do this?
kind of be somewhat distant away from the tribe and the group. So kind of be like taking up the rear of the herd, I guess.
And Thea, what are your thoughts? Do you want to be part of that? I assume you and Adran are kind of like conferring about it. Is that a fair assumption?
Well, every time he's talked to Thea about it, he's been like, yes, I want to have a romantic moonlight stroll with him, and...
Do you point that out to Adran?
It's like, are you sure during the day? Because, like, Varin also said that they're following us. We don't know if they do know all of the languages we know.
And in point of fact, with Oven, it's quite possible that they would know whatever we're saying.
So I wouldn't say anything in front of any ears that you don't want heard.
Adran, are you able to hear that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts, sir?
Still, though, I think it would be probably best if we just kind of distance ourselves from the group just a little bit, like outside of hearing range, and then low tones.
It might be a little bit difficult, especially if we're trying to keep up with the group.
Oh, well, we can keep up with them. We have a cart.
So, if I understand correctly, sir, you're wanting to confront Adran during the day?
Yeah, but then actually no. I think it would be better if I tried confronting them at night when they're all sleeping in their tents and stuff.
And we're less likely to have followers, listeners in, etc.
Yeah.
Also, we don't have to contend with the travel speed of an entire tribe.
True.
Well, that and we could whisper in our tent in Elven, and they don't know that we don't need a full night's sleep, do they?
Unknown. So, if I understand you correctly, then the consensus between Thea and Adran is to confront Varin on his behavior after the day's travel.
Yes.
Okay, and with the rushing winds, it doesn't look like they're going to be traveling for very far or very long.
Right.
Okay. In that case, we will pick it up during travel, during travel? Either during the we'll pick it up somewhere around during travel or towards the end of the day. Make sense?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Thank you, both of you, for playing so much. I do apologize for the technical issues, including apparently my microphone not working terribly well. And I hope you had a blast, especially becoming a giant ape through polymorph.
I know visions of like King Kong came through my mind.
You were quite large, sir, yes. Alright. And again, I do apologize for the technical issues and also not being quite as fully prepared as I prefer to be on such games.
It's alright, dude.
It all worked out.
It did in the end, and I can approve of that. And I definitely appreciated Adran having another psychic backlash.
Oh, man.
However short-lived it was. Alright. Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thea, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. Bearded Devil, Boar, Chasme, Chimera, Cyclops, Displacer Beast, Ettin, Flameskull, Giant Scorpion, Giant Wolf Spider, Panther, Shadow Demon. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.